There are thousands of browser games out there, and I played 50 of them to find 5 that are actually worth your time. Starting off at number 5, we have Drift Boss. This game has one of the simplest control schemes I've ever seen. You literally press one button. That's it. At first, I thought there was no way this could keep my attention for more than a minute, but I was wrong. The goal is simple. Stay on track for as long as possible while making perfectly timed turns. The longer you survive, the more intense it gets. And every time you fall off the edge, you'll immediately think, okay, just one more try, then another, and then another. It's the definition of simple but addictive. At number 4, we got Basket Random. And honestly, I don't think I've ever played a basketball game quite like this. Everything is random. The players move randomly, the jumps are random, the physics are random, and half of the time I wasn't even sure how I scored. But that's exactly why it's fun. Every match turns into complete chaos. 1 second, you're losing badly, and the next second, your player launches across the screen and somehow scores the winning basket. It's ridiculous, and that's what makes this great. Coming in at number 3 is Moto X3M. This game has been around for a while, and after playing it, I can see why. The controls feel smooth, the levels are well designed, and every stage introduces new obstacles that keeps things interesting. There are giant jumps, dangerous traps, explosions, and plenty of opportunities to completely wipe out. What surprised me most is how polished everything feels. If someone told me this started as a small indie game instead of a browser game, I would believe them. It's easy to pick up and surprisingly difficult to put down. At number 2, we have Shell Shockers. And yes, it's a first-person shooter where everyone is an egg. That sounds ridiculous, but somehow it works. It actually works really well. You jump into online matches, choose your weapon, and immediately start battling other players. What makes this game stand out is how competitive it is. At first, I thought this was some kind of funny joke game, and then I found myself actually wanting and trying to improve. Landing shots feels satisfying, getting streaks feels rewarding, and before long I was saying just one more match, over and over again. For a browser game, this thing is surprisingly intense. And finally, the best game out of the 50 I tried is Time Shooter 2. This game stood out from the moment I started playing. Here's the twist. Time only moves when you move. If you stand still, everything around you slows down, bullets freeze in the air, enemies barely move, but the second you start moving, time speeds back up. That creates some incredibly satisfying and badass moments. You'll be dodging bullets, grabbing weapons from enemies, and planning your next move like you're inside an action movie. Every level feels like a puzzle mixed with a shooter. Out of all the 50 games I played, this is the one that impressed me the most by far. And that's why it takes the number 1 spot. So those were the 5 browser games that stood out after playing 50 different games. If you've got a favorite browser game that I should check out, let me know in the comments. And if you want more videos where I search through tons of browser games to find the ones that are actually worth playing, make sure to subscribe to Game Scout. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.